to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here. Now, one of my favorite TV shows when I was a child was Quantum Leap, and it was this idea of going back to embody someone else, make one change in their life, and that change changes everything. And I think why that resonated with me is because of my natural interest in terms of how the brain links decisions in the past with what's happening in the future. A lot of past life regression or regression to cause takes the very essence of that TV show and finds a therapeutic modality for it. The quantum leap referred to in this session represents something forward, and quantum mechanics is kind of like the structure, the mechanics of the universe, but it represents a giant leap forward, not just a small tiny change, but a dramatic identity shifting change. And this particular client wanted a quantum leap in terms of their identity to feel worthiness, to feel self-love, to feel that they had permission to live life in the way that they wanted. I know from the history of this client that they had a lot of difficult issues in their past where it would have been natural for them to feel that they're unworthy and they shouldn't do what they want to do. So having the essence of really an identity level shift can be massively transformative, especially if you start thinking of what does a future look like and would be like if that radical transformation takes place. So I want you to think of this question before the hypnosis starts. What would a quantum leap forward in worthiness and self-love and self-belief be for you? And just think about that question while you're finding a quiet, comfortable place, ideally the kind of place where nobody's going to walk in or kind of speak to you, a nice private place so you can relax and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a wonderful feeling of worthy relaxation. And as you exhale, give permission to release any tension, any unworthiness, any old things you've been told that are simply words that were never true. Breathe in that feeling of worthiness and just allow those old labels, those old words to start peeling off and falling away. That's it. They were never true. And they had an agenda. People in your past wanted you to believe certain things so that you would be more compliant, easier to manipulate. But as you breathe in that feeling of pure worthiness, a feeling of being deserving, it's almost like those old labels are losing their stickiness and they start to fall away. That's it. And when you breathe in for deeper. And as you exhale for longer. Each breath takes you deeper and deeper relaxed. That's it. With every breath you take, a wave of deep relaxation flows through you. From the crown of your head, through your face, your jaw, your neck, moving through your shoulders, your arms, releasing, just letting go. Down through your chest, your stomach, your hips, all the way down to the very soles of your feet and the tips of your toes. As you feel completely and wonderfully at rest. And perhaps you could imagine that you're standing somewhere beautiful, somewhere that feels completely safe. And maybe that's outdoors in sunlight, or maybe a quiet room that holds only warmth. And before you, there's a doorway. And on that side of the doorway stands the version of you that has carried everything. All those old stories, the patterns you inherited, the familiarity with pain that was never your fault. But on the other side of the doorway lives a very different version of you. They are standing in sunlight. They are walking with their head up. They know exactly what they deserve. And I'm wondering if you're willing to leave that old version of you on the current side of the doorway and to walk toward the version of you that was always waiting, hoping, wondering if one day you would join them. But just before you walk through the doorway to meet that future version of you, I'm going to count from 5 to 1. And as I count from 5 to 1, imagine what it would feel like to leave the past behind. To have knowledge of the past, but no connection to the past. To take all that wisdom and leave the emotional echoes behind. 5. Putting your hand on the handle. 4. Turning the handle of the door. 3. Opening the door. 2. Walking through the door, leaving the old version of you behind. And 1. Closing the door and seeing the new version of you. You've spent your whole life accepting the rotten food and the breadcrumbs, the emotional equivalent of starvation. And when you're starving, you'll eat anything. When you desire love, you'll tolerate attention, connection, even validation, even though you're worthy of so much more. Because on this side of the door, something is different. The air feels lighter here. And your shoulders are back, not because you're forcing it, but because there's nothing heavy left to carry. But let's delve into something you've known for a while, even if it's hard to feel. You have always deserved this. Not because you earned it through suffering, and not because you finally got it right, and not because you waited long enough, but because you are human, and love without conditions, kindness without cruelty, safety without fear. These are not rewards. They are your birthright. And all that discomfort you've been feeling, when something good arrives that you haven't experienced before, the mind sometimes mistakes the unfamiliar for the wrong. It whispers, "This doesn't feel like what I know." And it's right. It doesn't. Because what you knew wasn't real love. It was survival dressed as passion. It was chaos that kept you too busy to notice that you were eating the rotten food and surviving on emotional crumbs. It was intensity that mimicked connection. But what if you're not in survival mode anymore? You are safe now. And safe is allowed to feel like home. I want you to imagine on this new side of the door, where the sun is brighter, the air feels fresher, it feels like there's less gravity in this place. I want you to imagine seeing an outdoor cinema screen. And then just imagine as if watching a film where you've already seen the ending of that old relationship, that old familiar pull towards the fire, like a moth to a flame. You understand now, as you see that old relationship with new eyes, it wasn't passion. It was unpredictability. It wasn't excitement, not true excitement. It was the relief of the storm passing, mistaken for sunshine. And now you're wiser, you know that it wasn't love. It was a pattern you inherited long before that person arrived. The person that said, "This is what closeness feels like. This is what I recognize." But just because it's familiar, and just because you recognize something, doesn't mean that's all you're deserving of, and certainly doesn't mean that it belongs in your future. Now just imagine that old relationship, see their face, and just imagine shrinking them down on that screen. Make them as small as a tiny insect. Turn down the volume. You've done it before where you've watched a TV show, you've clicked the mute button. You see their mouth moving, but you can't hear anything. Just imagine this X is a background character now. They want to be the star, but they're not. They're an extra in a movie, trying to get noticed on the screen, but they have no lines, no dialogue, no power to move the story forward. And now on that same screen, I want you to imagine yourself in your future, there in your new relationship. And you can see that you're proud to be seen with your new partner. And just imagine your old ex is somewhere nearby. And I want you to imagine seeing yourself completely indifferent to them, like they don't exist, like they're invisible, meaningless, because they are. And even if they say something, see that version of you acting entirely as if you couldn't hear it. You are oblivious to them, completely indifferent. And the more they try to get any form of attention, the more resolute you are in your indifference. You walk past them the way you'd walk past a stranger in a supermarket. Just nothing. Not hatred, not longing. Just the quiet, dignified indifference of someone who has moved on. And you have moved on. Feel that in your body now. That freedom, that lightness. Where the old pull used to live is gone. In fact, what once was attractive now becomes repulsive. What once was desirable is now disgust. And you've not lost anything, but you've gained a gift. And I want you to picture the face of the partner in your new relationship. The person who chose you. Why worry if someone else didn't? This person did choose you. And not with conditions, and not with threats and ultimatums. Someone who wants you as you are. They want the best of you. Someone who sees you fully and stays. Someone who wants to walk beside you in the world, not hide you from it. Someone who offers kindness not as a transaction, but simply because that's who they are. I want you to see them as if they are your best friend. What would it be like to act in the same way you would with that best friend? You wouldn't care who sees you. You want to spend time with them, enjoy moments, listen and talk. And just imagine if your closest, most beloved friend found someone who treated them the way this person treats you. What emotions would you feel for them? Joy, pride, relief, happiness. You would encourage that friend of yours to run toward it, not away from it. You would want them to be seen with their partner in public, to be proud, to let people witness their happiness. And now you get to give yourself that very same gift. You are allowed to be seen. You are allowed to be claimed. You were allowed to walk into a room side by side with someone wonderful and to let the world know, this is my life now, and it feels good. And I want you to imagine that happening now, no longer watching, observing, but experiencing. Maybe a busy restaurant, public celebration, maybe you're holding their hand or they're holding yours. A hug and embrace, something else. Feel that pride now. Feel what it's like to hold your head up and simply be happy in public, without apology, without fear of who might see. And then you catch, in this moment of happiness, the faces of your children watching. And what if they've been wanting something for you that you may have found difficult to want for yourself? They have wanted to see you happy, not pretending to be happy, not surviving or coping, actually genuinely happy. And what you're building now, what you're stepping into, it's not just for you. It's a living demonstration of what living with high standards looks like, of what worthiness looks like, of what evolving and elevating is like. Every step you take towards your own joy is a gift also to them. Because every time you choose yourself, they are observing that it's perfectly acceptable for them to choose themselves too. What if this is the break of perhaps a generational curse beyond just a relationship, but a line in the sand that says, no more. And what if what you lose in all that drama and caretaking are the resources to deploy in a different area of your life? Drama costs energy, anxiety costs energy. Managing someone else's chaos costs energy. And you have it back now, all of it. The mental space that was occupied by worry is clearing, and the emotional bandwidth that was drained by instability is refilling. And I wonder what becomes possible when a person of your intelligence, your experience, your skill and your care has their full power available to them. And I wonder, that business idea, what could that evolve into with all of this extra energy you now have? You have gifts that others need. You have knowledge that creates real change in people's lives. They say there's treasure in the trauma. What if everything you've gone through, you had to go through to now help others in a similar way? So it's time to build something for yourself. Not one day, not when everything is perfect. Now, this version of you, with this energy, with this clarity. And just imagine gazing into your future, See yourself as a gift to your partner and they are a gift to you. The bond of best friends and partners. They're meeting your needs, you're meeting theirs. But also see that other areas of your life is thriving. Your own health and wellness, your own prosperity is all flourishing. Because now you are living your life, getting what you truly deserve. Allow your mind to look over days, weeks, months, even years. What this trajectory looks like. What worthiness and safety and a different type of excitement that comes from pursuing goals, not fighting fires, looks like. And as you hold that thought, it's time to drift back to the present, taking all of these changes with you. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, connect and calibrate into the here and the now. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of The Hypnotist. If you've enjoyed this episode or got some value from it, please give it a 5-star rating and review. And maybe you know someone that would also benefit from this particular episode, in which case share the episode with them so they can also get the benefit too. And if you would like to listen to this episode where it's just the hypnosis, so no intro, no outro, no explanation, just the hypnosis and completely ad-free, there will be a link in the description where you can subscribe at a very low cost and only get access to the hypnosis. So if that's of interest, please check that out. Thank you again for being a regular listener of The Hypnotist, and I'll see you again soon for more.